Gizmo, what is that? Oh, you know what I thought that was. Mm. You know what I thought that was? Look like I might have to put some lotion on you. Because you looking kind of red. Put some lotion on you, boo boo. See who, let me see. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail. Don't nobody come in here talking about the thumbnail. I already know it's hideous. I'll fix it in what they be saying. I'll fix it in post. Hey Tina, who else is that? I can't see who that is, y'all. I'll fix it in post. Hey Sean, Buddha, Buddha Fly, Sean Buddha Fly. Hey Monique. Hey Leah. I'm glad to see y'all. Y'all. Hi Isaiah. I'll be glad to see my moderators because I really don't like to come on here when I don't have any moderators. I need somebody to be here to have my back just in case somebody show up so y'all can just get them on up out of here because I just right now for whatever I don't know what the energy is right now, but my energy has been not the sweetest. Like my grandma energy is being repressed right now, and that energy where I will just go all out is at the forefront. So I need my moderators here so y'all can just cut that out before I even get to the point where somebody feelings about to get hurt. Get him, Gizmo. We ain't even gonna hold him back. Go on, get him. Get him, Gizmo. Get him. Let him get it out too. You finished, boo boo? Um, let's do the good stuff first, and then we'll trail on into the some other stuff that I want to talk about. Some stuff that I've seen here on um YouTube. Let's see. Does this book have a index? How many indexes is it? A lot. This is a good book, and it's probably like the last day that I'm going to go into this. And this is something that people ask me a lot. So, what, how can I pray for love? Or, what's a good prayer for to attract love or whatever, in that kind of realm. Friendship, love ship, companionship, all that kind of stuff. So, what's a good prayer for that? So, it says that Psalm 67, we're going to go see what that is. Psalm 67 is on page 53. Is Psalm 67 long? No, it's short. It's a short one. Okay, so what this says is copy this entire psalm on paper. Anoint it weekly around the edges of the paper with attraction oil. Carry it in your purse or pocket when going to work or social functions. So if you're going out to the club, is that? Oh, I'm like, what is that on my shirt? When you're going out to maybe to the club, to the bar, if you're going out to dinner with somebody, You going to the restaurants, wherever you go to, meet people. Some people meet people at the grocery store. When you go to the dollar store, or when you go to, what is it? Not Food Max. Well, Food Max is one. Whole Foods or Trader Joe's. If you are looking for, people that are into healthy eating, if you looking for a vegan or a vegetarian or whatever, you go to places like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or whatever. You don't go to just like regular stores. Like there are, of course, vegans and vegetarians shop at, stores like Safeway or Aldi's or whatever, because they are becoming more vegan friendly. But if you really want to get somebody that's like really on the healthy tip, you got to go to places like Whole Foods and Trader Joe's, and what's that other one? I can't think of that other healthy store. Sprouts. Because that's where the healthy people be. So if that's what you're looking for, if you're looking for that type of companion, then you need to go to that type of place. Like, you don't, a vegan is not going to go to McDonald's looking for a mate, because it ain't gonna be no vegans in McDonald's. So of course you wouldn't go there. You go somewhere depending on what type of person you're looking for. If you don't want somebody that's into the club scene, then don't go to the club. Because when you go to the club and pick up a woman, if you met her at the club, that's what she like. Don't meet her at the club and think you're going to change her up. No, she likes to go to the club, and leave her alone, because that's where she like to go. Okay? So wherever you like to go, it says to write this down, and I'm about to tell you what it says, and you can always go to the Bible and find it for yourself, because it is Psalms number 67. And the Psalms are numbered in the Bible, so they are extremely easy to go to. Just go to Psalms and then look for number 67. But I'm going to read it to you. God be merciful unto us and bless us, and cause his face to shine upon us, that thy way may be known upon earth. Yeah. Thy saving health among all nations. Let the people praise him. O God, let all the people praise thee. O let the nations be glad and sing for joy, for thou shalt judge the people righteously and govern the nations upon earth. Let the people praise thee, O God, let all the people praise thee. Then shall the earth yield her increase, and God, even our own God, shall bless us. God shall bless us, and all the ends of the earth shall fear him. So basically, it's just telling God to be merciful unto me. Bless me. Okay? Bless me. Let me, go about my way, blessing God, and in turn, you will continuously bless me. And you will bless me with friendship, you will bless me with love, whatever it is that I'm asking to be blessed with will be given to me. The relationship with God in all the scriptures has been a give and take. Like, we give, and God will give back. We give to him and he'll give to us. So he's taking something from us and giving us something in return. Like, you can't expect to be blessed. You can't expect for God to give you anything and you not even doing nothing. Like, you just gonna sit at home and be like, oh well, eventually a man is gonna knock on my door and he's gonna ask me to marry him, or he's gonna fall through the ceiling one day. No, he's not. You got to get out there and do something. The Bible says faith without works is dead. In the Bible, it's telling you, you got to do something. It's right here in the word. You got to do something. You can't just sit around and expect God to give to you and you ain't giving. You're not doing anything. In the Old Testament days, they were giving offerings to God, bringing the first fruit. Sometimes you had to bring your child. You had to give back to God so that He would bless you. There are offerings in the Bible where they killed animals, sacrifices, fruit, all kind of stuff. So you got to do something. You can't just be walking around here and God is going to bless you just because. That's not how none of this works. Why you think that it's right here? It's right in the Bible. All you got to do is just pull the words out and use them. And people are saying, oh, well, you have to be Christian. No, you don't. You don't have to be Christian. You just have to believe that it's going to work. Do I consider myself a Christian? Yes. I still consider myself a Christian. I mean, it's not, being a Christian is not like being a Crip or a Blood. Ain't nobody going to jump you out. If they feel like you're not doing what they want you to do, then they jump you out the gang. Like, you can get put out the gang. You can't get put out of Christianity. Can't nobody put you out, no matter. Don't let nobody make you believe that you can't do what you want to do. Because in the end, it's going to be between you and God. Ain't none of these naysayers going to be standing there while God judge you. He going to do that between you and him. He don't need nobody to stand there with him and laugh. If he turn his face, tell you all the stuff that you did wrong. God ain't going to let nobody stand there and watch you go through that. He not going to do that. He already did that with Jesus. He allowed all of that stuff to happen to Jesus, for Jesus to get his behind whooped, got tore up, spit on, everything. So we wouldn't have to go through that type of persecution. All of that stuff was laid on him. So we don't have to go through it. So don't let nobody tell you, oh, well, if you burn a candle, you can't be Christian. Oh, if you do this, you can't be taking from the scriptures. You can't be doing this. You can't be doing that. You can do whatever you want to do. It is a free country. If you want to read the Bible and use the scriptures for your magic, read the Bible and use the scriptures for your magic. If it wasn't magical, it should have been written like this. And if people got a problem with you, you know what? Just tell them to go on about your business. Don't worry about what I'm doing. And why are you telling people what you're doing anyway? It's different for me because I'm on here every day. People know what I'm doing, whatever, because I'm trying to help y'all out. But why you telling people? Why you telling people your business? Why you telling people what you doing? Because what you're doing in your house is your business. It ain't nobody else's business but yours. So you can write scriptures down on a piece of paper. You can shove it in your shoe, your bra, your panties, in any place else you want to put it. And it ain't nobody's business and shouldn't nobody know. The only way they're going to know is if you tell them. So why are you telling them? The only way they're going to know you got a mojo bag in your purse is if you telling them. Why are you telling them? Don't tell them. Keep your business to yourself. Move in secret. You think I tell y'all everything? No. I tell you what I want you to know. And what I don't want you to know, you don't know. I let you see what I want you to see. And what I don't want you to see, you don't see it. Because I don't care about you seeing that. I don't care. All my little snacks right there. I don't care about that. You can look at that all you want, the microwave and everything else. But you notice you don't see too much else. See how that works? You only going to see what I want you to see. And I don't want you to see everything, so you don't. So, whatever you want to do that. This is a good psalm. Write it down. Do what it say. Anoint it with. This one says anoint it with attraction oil. You can buy um you can buy attraction oil, but there are like recipes probably online to help you make um some attraction oil or whatever oil that you have. Just pray over it and tell the oil that I want you to help me find somebody to love. I want you to attract love to me. Everybody that's following me now should have their Oshun jar anyway. But I noticed I do have a lot of new people following me, so I might go over the Ocean jar thing again. But you should have one of those. And when it kind of feels like your attraction energy has gotten a little low, take your jar and shake up your ingredients, let it charge in the moon. The people that are spiritual, you should have the things that you want because you should know how to pray and attract those things to you. And you should believe that your prayers are working. Now, if you don't believe that your prayers are working, then you need to start praying a different prayer first. You know, pray that a prayer of faith. Get that part of you together first. Because if you don't believe it's going to work, it ain't going to work. It ain't going to work. Because you don't believe it. And if you don't believe it, why would the spirits believe it? She don't believe that. I ain't got time to be playing with her. She don't even believe it. So why would I give it to her? Because when I give it to her, she's going to think that it's going to leave. So why should I even give it to her? I'm not even going to give it to her. Okay, so page 77. Let's go to one that says, when you've lost your faith. Let's see. Which one is it? Is this it? Ooh, it's a long one. Is this it? I don't think that's it. That's what it says. Oh, no. That's not it. Psalm 77. Okay. When you have lost your faith, do not despair, but burn some helping hand incense in the home and pray this psalm each morning and evening, done faithfully. The confidence in an all seeing and personal God, which elevates the soul, purifies the emotions, and sustains human dignity, will return. But listen to that second sentence. It says, done faithfully. Okay? So there again, you have to believe it. If you don't believe it, it don't make no sense to do it because it's not going to work. So Psalm 77 says, I cried unto God with my voice, even unto God with my voice, and he gave ear unto me. So I cried to the Lord, and he heard me. In the day of my trouble, I sought the Lord. My sore ran into the night and ceased not, but my soul refused to be comforted. So when you had that problem, you did go to God, but you just kept tripping. Instead of going to God and leaving that burden, you went to God and was still, sitting up at night worried about it. Because see, it don't make no sense to go to God and tell him what's going on if you're going to continue to worry about that problem. That's it's redundant because you trying to release your burdens, but you holding on to them at the same time. So that's kind of crazy. I remembered God and was troubled. I complained and my spirit was overwhelmed. So you went to God, but you stayed in that negative place. So you didn't have any peace in your spirit. Thou holdest mine eyes waking, and I am troubled that I cannot speak. So I can't sleep. I can't sleep because the problems is bothering me so much that I can't sleep. So y'all, you holding my eyes. My eyes is open all night. I can't sleep and I can't even explain myself. I don't know why I can't sleep. I can't sleep and can't explain what's going on. I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. That means this, whatever this problem is, got me thinking about the same stuff that happened years ago. Instead of staying in the present, the problem is right here, but you thinking about, oh, I remember when this happened, this same thing happened to me in 1975. Okay, we in 2019. Why are you even tripping about stuff that happened in 1975? And a lot of people do that. When they're having problems in their relationships, you having a problem with a relationship, you in a relationship with Johnny, and you having a problem with him, and you'll be like, you know what? This same thing happened to me when I was with Herbert. Why are you thinking about Herbert? You with Johnny. Stop bringing up stuff that happened in the past. Stay in 2019. I call to remembrance my song in the night. I commune with mine own heart, and my spirit made diligent search. So your spirit is trying its hardest to find peace. It's trying to help you. Will the Lord cast off forever? And will he be favorable no more? So now you done got to the point where you be like, you know what? So God just ain't gonna hear me, huh? He ain't even paying me no attention. Is he gonna keep doing? Yeah, he gonna keep doing this. So I ain't even tripping with him no more because he don't hear me anyway. Don't tell me you don't get like this because I didn't been there. Like God is not even listening to me. He don't even hear me. We do. We get like that, but he does hear you. He hear you, but sometimes it's just not gonna be like that. But he hears you. He is just that powerful. He can hear all of us screaming out at the same time. Is his mercy clean gone forever? Does his promise fail forevermore? So he just ain't gonna give me no mercy no more? Like what? I done ran out of mercy? Ain't no mercy? Ain't no more mercy for me? We think that. Have God forgotten to be gracious? Hath he in anger shut up his tender mercies? And I said, this is my infirmary, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely I will remember thy wonders of old. I will meditate also of all thy work and talk about thy doings. Now that's when you're coming back to yourself and remember the times that God has brought you out of certain situations. Now the good thoughts are coming to your mind. Okay, I remember when he did so and so. Yeah, we still cool. Because if he did it back then, he can do it now. Thy way, O God, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a God as our God? Thou art the God that doeth wonders. Thou hast declared thy strength among the people. Thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy. They were afraid. The depths also were troubled. The clouds poured out water. The sky sent out a sound. The arrows also went abroad. The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven. The lightning lighted the world. The earth trembled and shook. Thy way is in the sea, and thy paths in the great waters, and thy footsteps are not known. Thou leddest thy people like a flock by the hand of Moses and Aaron. So this is saying basically by any means necessary. If God got to rain down blessings with the water, he's going to do it. Okay? If he got to send out lightning bolts to cut down trees to bless you, he's going to do it. Okay? If the seas got to sweep in and throw the fish up on the beach to feed you, he's going to do it. What if he got to shake this whole world to get to you, he will do it. That's the kind of faith that you have to have in God. And until you get that kind of faith to believe that whatever, however, whenever he will do it, your magic ain't gonna work. It won't work. Because it's not gonna work if you don't believe it. If you don't believe that God can do it through you, you can do it. From God to you, you can do it. If you don't believe it, it's not gonna work. So I done gave you two things. I done gave you how to work on your faith. If you got to work on that faith, work on that faith. And then how to draw that love to you. And it's weird. That is the main thing that people come to me asking me for is how to get a partner. How can I bring somebody back to me? How can I do this? How can I do that? Expecting me to bring the person back to you. Why you can't bring them? Why you don't have enough faith in yourself? Like you can put that faith in me, but you don't have that type of faith in yourself to bring that person back? No. Mm-mm. Breathe the divine ratchet. I heard that. T.D. Gentry. Haven't you been on the live before? So I gave y'all two things to that's your homework. That's your homework. Go and um get that faith together. Work on that faith. Because you got to have that before you can have anything. Because if you don't have faith, you can't even sit in front of some tarot cards and get a message. You can't get no message if you don't have no faith. I remember when I first got my first tarot deck. At that time, I was still so wrapped up in Christianity to the point where I was still having feelings that, you know, anything outside of Christianity was wrong. So, in the back of my mind, I still subconsciously I still had these feelings that tarot cards were wrong and that I was doing something wrong and that I was going to be punished for doing it, but I was still interested in it. So when I would, take the cards out and look at them like my whole brain would just draw a blank because subconsciously I felt like what I was doing was wrong. So Spirit was like, "Oh, you think this is wrong? Oh, okay. Well, we ain't gonna talk to you. And when you figure it out, you come back and let us know. It took me a minute. It really did. It wasn't until I had my first reading, um, and Oshun was basically like, "Ain't nothing wrong with you. You are my child, okay? You my child. I've been waiting on you. There's nothing wrong with you. You are highly gifted. Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring it all up out of you. Come on here. You need to get baptized. Come on, bring Jesus with you. I ain't gonna never tell you to get rid of Jesus or stop talking to Jesus. Bring Jesus with you." And I did. And I have never, ever had a fear or felt like I couldn't do, certain things after that. I just need that little gentle push. Once I started honoring my ancestors and really understand, got a real understanding of where we come from as a people, how close we really are to God. Because it's man that will separate us from God. It's man that tells us that we don't have a certain connection to God. But the Bible clearly says we were made in his image. We are just like him. And Jesus had to come down here to be like, okay, I want to feel what they feel. They just like me. I want to feel like them. He came down here in the form of man and was able to do a lot of things. And Jesus said, greater works you will do. Because he was only here 33 years. And before he left, he told the disciples, greater things. You will do greater things than me. But we scared. We have allowed people to scare us out of our power. Don't let nobody scare you. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do something. Everybody that I counsel, when they get through talking to me, they have a different outlook on themselves. Because I don't want you to think that I have something that you don't have. I've just worked on myself. I've been doing this for a minute. Okay? I got 20 years or more, almost 30 years in this. Almost 30 years because I was in my 20s when, I started coming into myself. So I got almost 30 years in this. But I'm never going to tell you that you're not somebody. I may be able to see the fact that your faith is wavering, those type of things, of course. And yeah, I'm going to tell you that. I can tell if your faith is wavering by the way you talk to me, by what you're doing. But don't let nobody tell you that God didn't put gifts in you. He gifted all of us. We're all gifted. But some of us are just too busy, too distracted, you know, to really understand what our gifts are. Stop being distracted. Learn how to meditate. And life does distract us. Kids distract us. Life distracts us. All of those things. But you have to learn how to filter those things out. Deal with what's more important. If it's important enough to you, you'll do it. If your spiritual life is important to you, you will nurture it. You feed the things that you want to nurture, and the things that you don't, you let them die off. If I didn't water my plants, they would die. I already know that. If I don't water them, they will die. All of them. None of them can sustain themselves. They will die. I brought my dumb cane down here because it wasn't doing well upstairs. I brought it down here so I could keep an eye on it, put it a little bit closer to the window so it could get a little bit more light and a little bit more attention. I want it to live. I want my spirit life to flourish and grow. I talk to my ancestors. I meditate. I feed my ancestors. I've received my elekes. I've been initiated. I want that spirit woman to grow. I'm not trying to kill her. I want her to grow. Yeah. They're probably, T.D. Gentry said, I think there's a reading in Psalms that says, all ye are gods. We're in his image and after his likeness. That is in the Bible a few times. That we are made in the image of God. We ain't made in the image of an alien. We not made in the image of a dog. We are made in the image of God. So then what? We have to be powerful, right? Because God is powerful. And we are made in his image. So that power comes down to us. I'm made in the image of my mother and father. I have their genes. I'm short like my mama, lighter complected like my mama, but I'm heavy like my daddy and got my daddy's eyes and his temper. Made in the image of my parents. Made in the image of God. So if he is all powerful and able to, we don't believe it, we can't do it. It's only 8:11 here, Divine Ratchet. I'm in California. So it's only 8. She said 11:11. It's only 8 o'clock here, girl. We ain't got there yet. Yeah, you got to believe in manifestations. You got to believe in all of that. You have to believe. You have to have faith. If you don't have faith, it's not going to work. It is definitely not going to work. Monique said, nobody can judge anyone. You know, is what was I oh, when I was watching that young man that I was telling y'all about yesterday, the Chris, I think his last name is Crocker or something like that. And he's really having a hard time coming out. Well, he's calling himself a witch. And Christians don't like that, honey. If you say you're a witch, they lose their mind. So, a lot of people in his um, comments, that was the first thing that they were saying. Oh, Christians are so judgmental. You can't judge. The Bible says don't judge. Yeah, having an opinion, having an opinion about somebody is totally different than judging them. I don't think a lot of people even understand the concept of judging. Just because you have an opinion about somebody don't mean I'm judging you. Like if I'm telling you, you doing so and so and so and you're going to go to hell, you're going to go to hell. when you do so and so and so and so, then that's judging. But just saying something like, "Oh, it's bad to be a witch" or whatever, that's not judging. You just have a negative opinion about being a witch. Judging is saying you're going to go to hell if you do so and so. You can't do that because the only person that can either take us to heaven or hell is our creator. So you shouldn't even be worried about what somebody is doing spiritually anyway, because you can't send them nowhere. You can't put them in heaven or hell. You can't do nothing. I'm not going to be there when God call you home, and you not going to be there when God call me home. We can both die in a car accident together. But when we show up at the gates, we going to show up alone. You're not going to be there to be like, you know what, Jesus, it was her fault. If she hadn't been looking at her phone, we wouldn't be dead. That's why Jesus don't want to deal with that. So he's going to judge us all individually. Because he don't even want people in the naysayers in the background. No, don't take her, Jesus. You know, and it'll be one of your friends too. She wasn't coming to church like she was supposed to. Don't let her in here, Jesus. That's exactly why he don't even want to deal with that. He ain't gonna deal with that. So you ain't got to worry about people. They say something to you like, you going to hell, you gonna do this. You just look at them and be like, well, if I do go there, you won't be there to see me. You won't be there to watch me. So it don't matter. Okay? It don't even matter. You won't be there to watch me get put down to hell. And if I get down there and you there, that's different. But you're not going to be standing there with Jesus when he tell me to leave, but he ain't going to tell me to go nowhere. Because I've been good. He like me. Yeah. I'm the only person I'm responsible for is this person right here. I ain't responsible for nobody else. I'm not responsible for you. You responsible for yourself. You got to get to heaven or hell or purgatory or whatever. You got to get there on your own. You can't get there with me. I can't go with you. So I ain't responsible for you. You do what you want to do. Yeah, you can't condemn nobody. You can't judge nobody. You can't do none of that. You're just having an opinion on somebody else's life. You can't you can't slip Jesus $20 and be like, I ain't like her anyway. Put her in hell. No. Hey Joyce. Tina said that I didn't tell y'all that Dr. Sleep was part two to The Shining. She said I left that off. So I'm telling y'all now. Dr. Sleep is part two to the movie The Shining, which to me, growing up, The Shining was one of other The Shining and The Exorcist are really the two only movies that scared me. Like really scared me. Like, where I was thinking about it at night and didn't want to like sleep by myself and stuff. Because The Exorcist, I didn't see The Exorcist until I don't know what year it came out. But I know I was grown. Like I was in my 20s when I saw The Exorcist for the first time. I didn't see it at the theater. My mom wouldn't let me because she had, heard that people was passing out and throwing up at the theater and, just acting a fool and stuff. So I didn't see that. And when The Shining first came out and I saw like the posters and stuff for it. I was like, ooh, that looks scary. I don't want to see that. And I didn't see The Shining until I was older. But The Shining, has always had certain scenes like that bloody elevator scene that kind of stuck with you. That was one of those movies that really stuck with you. And if you go on YouTube, there are a lot of breakdowns for The Shining. A lot of them. And I think it's this documentary on YouTube called Room 237, and that's like one of the main rooms in that hotel in The Shining. There's a documentary called Room 237 that kind of breaks down the entire movie. So Doctor Sleep had a lot, a lot of flashbacks to The Shining, a lot. I mean, it was really, that was one of the first sequel type movies where the original movie came out like a long time ago, and then the sequel is new. That was like one of the best ones that I have ever seen. Like some of this other stuff, they need to quit. Like the Terminator and all of that. I'm not. I'm not feeling the Terminator. I will not be going to see that. But Zibby said, "Now I'm not going to sleep." How you not going to sleep, girl? You ain't gonna watch the movie. It's not like I'm about to show it. Yeah, The Exorcist scared the bejesus out of me, for real. The Exorcist, I was like, because I didn't know anything really about the Catholic Church. I didn't even know. Did I know about Exorcist? I probably knew about them, but I had never seen anything like that, though. You know what I mean? Like The Exorcist, I had never seen a movie like that, so it was a lot for me to process. And that's one of the movies that I don't really play with. The Exorcist is not a movie that, you know how some crazy movies you be like, oh, let's watch that. That's not one of those movies that just on a Friday night you just want to watch it. It's just not. The Exorcist and Damien. I'm not, I'm just not into that. I'm not into those type of spiritual, demonic possession type movies. I ain't into it. Yeah, I've seen all of them, but it's just not, one of those movies that just like on a Friday night and we chilling, let's watch The Exorcist. Nah, let's not. Trying to watch that. Let's watch something else. Even though I do like scary movies. I like movies like what's the doll? The the one where what is the name of that doll? The rag doll, the Raggedy Ann doll that would possess people and all that kind of stuff. Like I love that movie, and this I like the little sequels to that. Not Chucky. Heck no, I hate Chucky. Not Chucky. It's a girl doll. This a girl doll that be Chucky is not one of those movies that I really like. But I did want the Chucky and his bride, just like the doll, just for a collector's sake. I wanted that, but Chucky ain't that. I don't know. That ain't one of my movies. Annabelle. That's it. Annabelle. Now that's one of the movies that I like. I like Annabelle because it's not super duper scary and it's not bloody. Like I don't like um slasher type scary movies. I'm not into that. And possession movies where people what was that? The possession of Emily Rose. That movie was just a bit too much because Paula Emily, she got dogged. I mean, with the demon that possessed her, like to ripped her to shreds. Now that kind of stuff I don't like. Dolly Dearest, I ain't never heard of that one. And what was the boy, the little boy doll, where the nanny came to the house because the couple, I guess their son had died, and she had to take care of this doll and treat it like it was the little boy, but it was a doll. That movie was good. Now I like those kind of movies. Did he end up killing her? He killed somebody because the doll was possessed with the spirit. I don't know if he was possessed with the spirit of their little boy or somebody, but anyway, honey, that doll was doing all kind of stuff. Yeah, Mommy Dearest wasn't even scary though. The Boy, that was it. The Boy. Now that movie was good. I do like movies with possessions. Yes. Didn't Lorraine just die recently? I know the husband died, but didn't Lorraine just die? Cause I know they got Annabelle in a glass case. They got Annabelle and other artifacts because the real Annabelle is a Raggedy Ann doll, and the makers of Raggedy Ann was like, "No, you're not. You're not gonna use you're not gonna use Raggedy Ann in no movie scaring the hell out of little kids." So they was like, That's why they ended up using that ugly doll instead of Raggedy Ann. But the real Annabelle is a regular Raggedy Ann doll. I was like, ooh. And I got a Raggedy Ann doll too. But she up in my closet. Demonic toy movies. I like demonic toy movies. I just don't like demonic movies where the person is possessed and the possession ends up really hurting the person or killing the host. Like the demon is just so violent that it's like killing the person. That's the kind of stuff I don't like. I mean, that's just me though. But I do like those kind of movies. So do y'all have any questions before I are we gonna talk about the mess? I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna be nice. I'm reading a comment. I'm gonna be nice tonight because I have been watching all kinds of videos. I watch. This has been a yesterday. Uh, Yesterday Wiley did a video. He started his panel, and I'm proud of Wiley. I don't like everything that Wiley does, but one thing I can say about Wiley is he don't give up. He's got a really good stick to it spirit. And those kind of people, like Wiley, are eventually successful because he don't give up when he sets his mind to do something. Now he may not go about it the right way. He may zigzag all over the place, but he eventually will get to the finish line. Like He gonna go here, there, cut through here, come around here, go over there, but he gonna eventually get there. I was really proud of him, and I just hope that he does not listen to the naysayers. It's so sad that a lot of people in this little section of YouTube don't really seem like they understand how big YouTube is. I watch a lot of YouTubers. I don't just watch this. I watch this. I watch all kind of YouTubers. And it seems like the people in this sector, because they get a couple of thousand views, they really think that they doing something. I hope I never get to the point where I have to put somebody down in order to lift my own self up. I don't want to stand on the back and hurt nobody just so I look good. That ain't my judge. And I see that so much. And I really don't like to say anything because that these people in this sector, they don't like criticism. You say something about them, they going to talk about your hair, your teeth, your clothes, your house, your this, your dad call your mama, your daddy, your sister, your uncle, your cousin. They can go on my Facebook and call every family member on there. I could care less what they say. I don't even care. And it's ridiculous that people be on here calling people's mamas. You done let YouTube make you so mad that you done call somebody's mama? That kind of stuff ain't even funny to me. It ain't even funny. It is not funny. It's ridiculous. And I was, let me not say nothing because I know how people are. And, people be in the clouds. They watching your videos. They in the clouds. They don't have enough guts to come down. Well, a lot of people, I done block some folks. So they can't come down and say nothing. But they can watch your videos and go on back and tell people. But if you tell Wiley, make sure you tell Wiley that I'm proud of him and keep doing your panel. And don't let nobody tell you that you're not doing good because the majority of people that are telling you that you're not doing good are jealous of you. You know, it's like they running a race. They running a race with you. And instead of keeping their eyes on the finish line, they constantly looking back to see what you doing, to see how close you are to them. So Wiley, if you get word of this, just keep doing what you're doing. Don't let these people deter you. You did really good for your first panel. I didn't see anything wrong with his panel. At least Wiley comes on here and talks about things that's he's not talking about people all the time. He's not on here disrespecting women, cussing people out. I would rather watch Wiley than some of these other people. On here talking about women's wigs and their teeth and their hair and calling them old and you old. I just, Lord have mercy, Jesus. I don't even understand some of these people. It ain't like you a teenager, but you got the audacity to be calling somebody else old. So keep doing what you're doing, Wiley. You doing a good job. You really are. But just keep doing that. Don't let these negative Nancys pull you back into their trap. Because that's all it is. A lot of people on YouTube are hurt and damaged people. And they will do anything they can to hurt and damage you. That's why you got to constantly be prayed up, because it is so many wolves in sheep's clothing on YouTube. People on here praying on Sunday and cussing people out Monday through Friday. No, I'm not even. You can't trick me. You can't trick me. I'm the one you not gonna trip. It's ridiculous. If you old, how you gonna age shame somebody? And if you fat, how you gonna call somebody else fat? What I look like calling somebody fat or old? I'm 55 years old. So what I look like calling somebody that's 60 or 65 old? We're in the same age bracket. If you older than 45, you closer to 50 than you are 30. So you can't talk about nobody. If you got gray in your beard, you can't talk about nobody. Nobody can you talk about because you old. You ain't get them gray hairs for nothing, even though I did start turning gray when I was 10. But I'm not going to talk about nobody. And how do you talk about somebody in a wig and you bald? You have no hair. None. But you talking about a woman's wig and you can't even grow no hair. This what the top of your head look like. That. But you got the audacity to talk about somebody's wig and you bald headed? You ain't got no hair? Oh my God. It's crazy. It is crazy. I'm not gonna talk about nobody fat or old. You know, even though I don't consider myself old, but I ain't 20. You know, I know I'm not 20, and I don't want to be because I remember the person I was when I was 20. I don't want to go back there. I like it where I am now. I'm much smarter now than I was when I was 20, so I don't want to go back there. So I'm not about to let no. Some of the stuff that I see on YouTube is it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous and it's redundant. Every day somebody fighting. Let's see who on live right now. Let's see who on live. Cause I know they all here. But see, it is kind of late. It's already 8:30. But they usually be on here late at night though. Oh, Pastor got off. Ain't nobody on here right now. But I'm surprised. They usually on here arguing and fighting. Wiley not even on here. I'm surprised. Even Wiley gone. But it's just ridiculous. Every day. Y'all fighting every day. Like the fights don't never stop. Like, God, don't you get tired? You don't get tired of fighting? Like, I would get tired. I can't do it. Like, I can't even watch their videos every day. So I sure couldn't be fighting nobody every day. Yeah, I can't. I can't even keep up with it. Bree said, I'm young, but I try my best to stay completely away from the BS and the drama. Right. That's what you should be doing, sweetheart. I just don't understand how a bunch of people in their 40s and 50s can get on here and fight every night and day. Wait, when I get up in the morning, somebody done already posted a video. Somebody done already tapped in. I get up because I'm in California, so I'm on a different time zone than most people. So they didn't have the opportunity to already get the mess started, and it's sad. It don't never stop. It don't, and it didn't used to be like this. Like I used to watch a lot of these people that used to do reviews of shows. That's how I started watching a lot of these people because they were doing, reviews of the Housewives and Love and Hip Hop and all of that kind of stuff that I don't even watch anymore. I don't watch any of that type of stuff because those shows have even gotten to the point where especially the housewives, they don't do nothing but argue. I'm not gonna sit up and watch a bunch of women arguing over stuff that don't make no sense. I can't even keep up with the arguments on YouTube because I'm not gonna sit up for no hour and watch somebody argue. I can't do that. I can't sit up for an hour and watch people argue on YouTube. I done been on here for an hour. I'm finna leave. Um, Essie ain't here tonight. Essie, you should have been here. You want here to keep me on my time schedule. Yeah, I'm just watching. I be watching a lot of just random people because I don't want to watch our people sit up and fight each other. Now, if you guys want me to do some more videos about the Psalms, if you have areas where you are lacking, you need to let me know, what those areas were. But the faith and the love is, like the two major things that people want to talk about. Oh, maybe I'll do one on protection because people ask me about that too. So maybe I'll do one on protection. Um, Probably not tomorrow because y'all know how I am on Saturdays. Saturdays and Sundays are usually dedicated to my husband. Y'all know I got a husband, right? My husband. Did I show y'all his I don't mind showing because it ain't too many people on here. Did I show you guys his um veterans, well, his picture when he was in the army? Did I screenshot it? How did I get it? I don't know, child. Oh, here it is. My veteran. See, I got a husband. So on the weekends, I be busy taking care of my husband. Okay? So I have time to sit up here and argue with people because I got a husband. I be taking care of my husband. Oh, Gizmo. 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 Come here. Come here, Poo Poo. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here, Gizmo. Come on. Come say bye. Oh, Lord. I hate when he do that. Come say bye. Tina to put the clocks up. That's not the one that Essie used. You got to find the one that Essie used. Come here, Gizmo. Where's his toy? Was he'll get up for that. Why you didn't bring a toy over here? Go get your toy. Go get your baby. Go get your baby. You ain't got no toys over here? Do this one squeak? No. Come here, Poo Poo. Come say goodbye. Come say bye. Come on. Gizmo, come on. Say goodbye. He ain't gonna get up, y'all. I can't pick him up. He won't let me pick him up. He ain't gonna let me pick you up. Daddy on the phone. Go get daddy. Daddy here. Go get daddy. He like, you a lie. Go get daddy. Daddy upstairs. Go get daddy. Daddy upstairs. Go get him. Go get him. Daddy here. Go get daddy. Daddy at the door. Go get daddy. You're like, you a lie. Daddy ain't here. You see daddy? Go get daddy. Come on. Let's go get daddy. There you go. I got you. I got you, poo poo. Say hi. There him is. There he is. That's Snookums. Mama lied to me. She know daddy ain't here. Daddy ain't gonna be here for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Daddy ain't gonna be here for 4 more hours. She lied to me. She know I be looking for daddy. He not here yet. Oh, you take another nap and daddy'll be here, okay? You take a nap and daddy'll be here. Okay? You miss daddy? Hmm? You miss daddy? Daddy'll be here when you take a nap. Take another nap and then daddy'll be here. Okay? Mommy sorry. Mommy sorry she lied to you. Okay? Everybody, get your journals. You should have had your journals anyway. When I'm doing these type of lessons and I'm giving you scriptures, you should have your journals so that you can write those scriptures down. You think I'll be putting stuff in my journal, like stuff that I want to talk about? How you think I remember? I can't remember all this stuff. I'll be putting it in my journal. And then, I can flip back on that and be like, oh, I talked about so-and-so. Or, I talked, because I have more than one journal. And that's my prayer journal. And I'm going to let y'all see this. I normally don't let people. It's just one part that I want you guys to see. Let's see. When was this? This was in 2016. I was praying for Kanye West in 2016. When I'm seriously praying for somebody or a situation is going on, I will write that down. If you are seriously praying, if somebody asks me, will you pray for me? I always tell the person, what is your real name and what is your birthday? So I can write it down. Because when I pray for you, I want to call your name out. I don't want to be like, oh God, yeah, this random lady told me. No, Jessica Brown wanted me to pray for her. Lord, I'm coming to you for Jessica Brown. I want to know your name. Everybody should have a prayer journal. You have things on your heart, things that you are concentrating on, things that you are praying about, situations that you want to turn around. You put them in your journal, and sometimes you don't even have to just keep repeating that prayer over and over again. I just put the journal on my altar. It's already written down. See how easy that is? You don't have to be redundant in your prayer. God heard you the first time. Because you don't want God to be like, oh my God, here comes Jessica again. I bet you she's still praying for that man. Tell him one time and move on. Because if you keep telling him the same thing over and over and over again, he's going to be like, she don't believe me anyway. I ain't about to get it. She ain't ready. She ain't ready for him. Because she don't even believe that I'm going to do it. She keep coming to me with the same mess. So write your prayers down. Put them in a book that is specifically for your prayers. Nothing else. Don't be putting all your little random. That's why you should have more than one journal. I got this, my prayer journal, and this, my journal that I put, my little stuff in, my little everyday stuff. And then, I got my little art journal that I know somebody noticed that, I keep certain little trinkets in. This was when we bought all the little stuff for Gizmo. I keep that in there and, write about it or whatever. So you should have a few journals. That's busy. Keep your prayers in one. Keep your little stuff that you holding on to. I have an art journal. I have journals that I paint in, journals that, I write my feelings in, keep stuff, keepsakes and all that kind of stuff. So do that, okay? I'm finna go because I done been on here an hour and 16 minutes. I'm about to go see what they doing on Instagram and probably fix me some tea because I noticed if I stay on here too long, sometimes it makes my throat hurt. So I'm gonna fix me some tea, and I'll probably talk to you guys Sunday because y'all know Sundays is football. So maybe while my husband is watching the game or whatever, we can chit chat for a little while. But Saturday is definitely his day. So I will see you guys later. I'm probably gonna call my granddaughter, see what she doing. Y'all checked out the Disney Plus? We've been doing that. I enjoy you guys too, Phyllis. You know I enjoy y'all. So I will see you guys Sunday. I love you. I'll talk to you later. Oh, but y'all know I'll be on Instagram. I just won't be on here. So if you need me, you can let me put my email in here before I leave. If you need me, you can always email me. Okay. I probably won't answer you tomorrow, but I'll answer you Sunday if I see it. I usually check my emails on the weekends. So I love you guys. I'll talk to you later. Hopefully you got that email. It'll be in the chat if you missed it. Talk to you later. Love you guys. Bye.